I'm Brandy.
And now we're going to talk about weaves. That was me weaving. You'll see in a minute. Alright, weaving is your natural form of highlights. So this is how you get that sun-kissed look, baby lights. Did she or did she not do something with her hair? That's the kind of look that you're getting. You'll notice that everything's still the same as your slicing technique. The only difference is you're gonna bounce that hair up and down. So instead of taking all a piece of hair, what you're initially gonna do is take every other piece of hair. So that breaks up that line a little bit. It makes it look more natural. The only downfall I hate about weaving is it does look very, very natural. So natural to the point when you get done and you blow dry it, you can totally see those pieces. Like when you're blow drying it, you're like, whoa, that's a really pretty shade of blonde. But in my stories of doing all weaves, the number one complaint that I get is, it looks so natural. Where is it? So it blends into there very, very well. So most clients end up deciding that they like a little more of a pop-up color. So that's why I do really thin slices most of the time. I've been in situations where I do a whole head, heavy highlights, weave, rinse them out. I can totally see everything. But like I said, when I blow dry it, it just looks way too natural that they're just like, they want more of a pop. Not to say that that woman out there doesn't exist. I've done many weaves before and they like them. But like I said, in the long run, you're going to do more slices than you are weaves. They're really great along the hairline because you don't want those harsh lines. Regardless if I'm doing a slice or not, I will always do weaves around the hairline. That way it just breaks it up and it looks more natural. So that way you're not a zebra and striped out all over the place. But weaves are cool. So are I. Anything else about weaves?
You can make weaves as wide. I mean, take a thin slice first and weave it, but you can make them as thin or as thick. I tend to start like in phase 1. I teach y'all a 3-6-9 method, which is something I've learned. Which
3-6-9. Damn, she's fine.
So it just depends on like how big your weaves are. And so if they want a little bit more dramatic, natural look, does that make any sense? Then you would like have the 3 weaves instead of like all 9. So there's endless possibilities with the weaves. It's just your imagination.
Now I can't get that song out of my head. To the window! Anyways. Now I'm going to demo how to do a weave. Not a weave. The weave. So stay tuned. Alright. So all the rules are the same. Slice is a straight piece like this. A weave, we're weaving some of these pieces out. So you are left with little strips of hair like that. So you're not coloring every single thing. So this one's gonna be a more natural look. This is for clients that are scared, never got highlights before, don't know if they're gonna look good or bad without them. They want a little something. Like I said, it's gonna be real natural. It's gonna be almost that look like, did she do something or didn't she do something? Okay, so everything's still the same. Like again, same rules. I wanna start from the bottom, work my way to the top. Depending on the consultation determines how much hair I leave in between every foil. So I'm going to start off with about a 1/2 inch section, making sure my line is nice and straight. I'm going to pin this hair up. Now everything is exactly the same that we learned before. We want to take a 1/8 section because we're going to do bleach. Make a nice clean slice. Pinch the hair on top of the comb, pull it down. Make sure my line is nice and straight. Make sure that my piece is thin enough that I can read through it and see through it. But here's where it differs. Before, this is the part that we would foil. Now what we do is we get the end of our rat tail, our foiling comb. We go at the end and we pick up one piece of hair. And then what we're gonna do is just bounce this comb up and down. Okay, so lift, down, lift, down, lift, down, lift, down, lift, down, lift, down, lift, down. Okay, so when I pull this hair up, I'm gonna pinch the hair on top of the comb, pull the rest of this hair down, and what I'm left with is a weave. So it's literally every other piece of hair. You're in control of how much to bounce it. So the deeper bounces, the more hair you're gonna have. The tinier bounces, the more hair you're gonna have. So it's gonna be a little more consistent, okay? So you can see that beautiful weaving work. And then all the rules are the same. You get a piece of foil. Again, you don't need your comb. You get it creased. You over direct the hair going straight up. You pull down. Make sure it's nice and center into the scalp. You get your product. You stay about a 1/2 inch away from the roots. You saturate the rest of the hair. Make sure to get your ends. Get a little bit of color on the tip of your brush. Feather it up. And then you fold. Creasing it, holding it in the middle. Do not crease it. Half, fold up, into the hair, fold, into the hair, fold. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So I'm gonna show you one more. Take a 1/2 inch section of hair. Again, that can be determined by how much your client wants. You can make them 1 inch, even smaller. You're gonna take your slice. So again, about 1/8 thick. Take it straight across. Pinch the hair on top. Pull that hair down. Make sure your line is nice and clean. See through it. Perfect. And now we're gonna bounce. Okay, so lift up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Then pinch the hair on top, pull that hair down. Make sure your line is nice and clean, because sometimes bouncing it up and down makes it just a little more not so clean. So we still want that clean look. We got our nice weave going on, so hopefully y'all can see all those little spaces in between my foils. Between my slices. Get my foil, over direct the hair up, place this in the middle, all the way to the scalp. Pull that hair down nice and tight. It will hold that foil in place. Apply my product about a 1/2 inch away from the roots. Saturate my whole piece. Make sure to get my ends. Get a little bit of product on the corner of my brush. Feather it up. Fold. Don't crease, just gently press down so it can close. Take half the foil, half that. Gently fold up. Crease right here at the end of the hair, fold over. Crease, fold over. And now you're slicing.